About 3 miles out of Selkirk, you come to the first stage in James Hogg, the Hogg Trail, Trail-Carterhaugh. Now, according to the trail, there is indeed back there a wee junction that's leading to Selkirk, and it seems to suggest there's a wee lay-by immediately there, but it's not. It's a little bit further on. And it talks about overlooking to the right here, over to the Ettrick and Yarrow waters. Now, I can't see either of them, but I can see Trail-Carterhaugh house there in the distance, and I know that the Ettrick is down there and the Yarrow is over there. I can see the flat fields, and on those fields, this is the famous field where they had the Trail-Carterhaugh, which was a game arranged by the 4th Duke of Buccleuch and Walter Scott, and it was to celebrate the end of the Napoleonic Wars with the finish of the Battle of Waterloo. And two teams, one led by Sir Walter Scott for Selkirk, and one led by James Hogg to represent the Vale of Yarrow. And they had two teams across these fields that I'm going to have to now shoot in the other way around, and I believe there were hundreds of people, watched by thousands of people, and they had a ball, and they were to try and move that ball between the two rivers, Ettrick and Yarrow, and the game ended at darkness. So apparently in this game in 1815 there were line-outs, scrums, kicking, picking up, and the score, I believe, was 1-1. And some say that the origins of rugby perhaps started here, and that could be quite possible, because 8 years later Webb Ellis, I think, at the School of Rugby then picked up the ball, and but yeah, they could have been wee inspirations from this very game in 1850 that maybe gave him the idea of picking up the ball. Who knows? But I could say there, my heart could think that, yeah, there are a few origins of the game of rugby here. But yeah, I can see the flat fields in front of me, and basically it would have been anything goes between those two. I don't know how they decided. Once they get the ball in the river, that would have been the goal. So 1-1 was the score. So here we go. It's a beautiful sunny day here today. I'm about to just get my camera out. I know I'm about to get a look over that. I think we're looking at Trail-Carterhaugh. The description, which seems to be a wee bit further up, is blocked by trees. I don't think I can turn it round. I would have to stop the camera. So what I'll do then is, so that's me now turning the camera around, and now we're going out on the front facing camera. We've got Trail-Carterhaugh house there in the distance, and hidden, partially blocked by the trees. Can I zoom in a wee bit? I think I can. You can see the fields that I think where that is that'll be Trail-Carterhaugh fields. I'm going to drive down there. So behind that tree line that we see in front of us should be, I think, the River Ettrick, and away further in the distance the River Yarrow should be about, and that game of Trail-Carterhaugh happened between these two rivers, but the objective was to get the ball in the river. But I can't see, this seems to be, the Hogg Trail seems to describe that there is, you can see the waters, but I can't see them at all. And they're definitely blocked further up there, further up that road up there. I can't really make it through the trees there. But yeah, that thick line of trees, you can't see anything. Had a wee look. There we go. So that's stage 1, Trail-Carterhaugh, the James Hogg Trail. I'm going to go down there now and maybe see if there's something I can get. Yeah, okay. Finishing off. Let's go, a car coming. So yeah, I've driven just a wee bit further along, and you can actually see below now the River Ettrick and the fields there on the other side of the bank, which three, and then there's a farm building away in the distance here. I might be able to zoom on in that a wee bit better. Yeah, there's a wee bit of the farm building there. I'm probably going to drive down there. I'm on the Osmo Mobile 8. I'm just learning this thing here at the moment. Oh goodness me. Those are Carterhaugh. I'm all over it. I'm moving about the place. I can't see the river Yarrow, but we'll maybe go down and see what we can see, just to get a sense of distance. I'm assuming it's away in that far away tree line. We've got Selkirk in the distance there. I really don't have much control over this gimbal. This happened in 1815, was the Carterhaugh. Score 1-1, and I believe there was a reenactment 200 years later in 2015, partially as a celebration for the life of Bill McLaren, who was a well-known TV personality in the world of rugby. So I had no idea that this happened at all back then. So I was 11 years ago. So gosh, it must have been a fantastic sight to see. But, yeah, there we go. Carterhaugh. Close it off. So here we are. We're actually right down on the fields of Carterhaugh, where the Carterhaugh would have been played. So over here is a pan round, or that's me that's turning it round there. You can up there, if there's a tree line fence, you maybe see a couple of cyclists in the distance there. I think they're gone, or I can still visibly see them. There they are, just disappearing now. So up there was the road, and I filmed down on here. And just behind that tree line there is the Carterhaugh, is the river Ettrick water. So that's it coming the other way. So yeah, really quite having a bit of fun with this Osmo Mobile. There we are, beautiful. Okay. So this is the actual field here. So it's not on the Hogg Trail. I've come off. I'm heading over from Ettrick Valley over into the Yarrow Valley. I'll pass Carterhaugh House in a minute or two. I may well take something at the other end of the field, particularly if I can get the River Yarrow in. There we go. I'll stop there at that. Still running. Yeah, that's us running now. I'm going to be much further along now, looking back up towards Ettrick, and then these is possibly the second now, just coming into the third field where the Carterhaugh game occurred back in 1815 and is mentioned in Hogg's Trail. In my memory here, that house in the distance there, I think the road sharply bends to the left, and I think at the very end of that there'll be a wee bend to the right which will take me into the Yarrow Valley, and we'll cross the Yarrow River, so I may well see the Yarrow water just beyond that corner. We'll see. Well then, what a beautiful day in the Borders it is. Too tempting not to miss it, so just get out there and go and do it. I'm only going to do this wee stage on the Hogg Trail today. I may well head up home via St Mary's Loch. It's me overlooking the Yarrow River, or the Yarrow Water. I'm on a place called the General's Bridge. I'm maybe going to switch the camera in a minute to turn it. I'm really struggling to operate this gimbal terribly well. There it is from another angle here. I've really got it at quite a bit. That's the road up the Yarrow up towards St Mary's Loch there, and there is the water. That's it now facing me. So here I am on the General's Bridge, right above the Yarrow Water. So if the river goes down just a wee bit, another about a mile or so, eventually meets the Ettrick at a point called the Meetings. And this is not part of the Hogg Trail, but as I look up, as we start to go over here, you'll see what's up there, the Yarrow Valley, and that'll take you to St Mary's Loch. But the Hogg Trail is mainly in the Ettrick side, if not all of it is in the Ettrick side. I don't know, but yeah, it's an exercise for me, getting out there and filming, trying to do some kind of documentary type work, putting myself out there and giving it a go. You only get better at it by doing it. So the temptation is too much. It was a beautiful day today, so yeah, I had to come down, and much as it's very nerve-wracking to put yourself out there and film yourself, you've just got to try and do it and make more of a bad job at them than before you eventually get a good job at them. I'll have to have, there's my car was in there, I'll have to hide that, or hopefully get a cover on the number plate. But there you go. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I think I'm going to head to St Mary's Loch and back. So there we go. First stage 1, Carterhaugh of the James Hogg Trail. I'll hopefully make something out of that, and then do the other bits probably with Beanie, without her knowing. Well, I'll probably be on the bike, maybe probably the bicycle. We'll come down together in the car, and I'll cycle it, and maybe do quite a bit of commentary on the Osmo Action 6, and then just do wee little stage parts of it. Okay, I think that's time for me to call it a day. Right, time to head home.